of VollGazzRacing Moto 2 for round 5 at Chang. We have Max, who is the first person out on track. So we go for the guide into the first corner. So now head down into turn 3. And now down the straight for turn 4. So now I go through the twisty section of sector 3, and Max has messed up there and has validated his lap time. Mohammed though keeps going. And now it's the final corner. And across the line and goes first. He's the only person who says our lap time at this moment. Howling goes first, championship leader. Finley, he goes first. Mini, he goes fourth, winner last time out. Nelson, he goes pole. We also have Moggs replacing Deck today. Here comes Josh across the line. He goes fourth. Jack Berman. Davies goes 7th. Jack goes 2nd. Moggs making his debut in Moto 2. Hopefully these two can set their first lap time to the session. Here we go into the final corner. Max just about now validating as the two go 9th and 10th. Davies on board the NTS. So great potential factoring, and it's just dropped off a little bit. We'll be hoping for a return to the front row. So he goes across the line. He remains in 8th place. Midi around the final corner, and he goes 4th. Through these double rights. pressing a wobble right-hander before Finley enters sector 4. Braking hard into the final corner. Howling, Champions League currently in 6th, not where he'd want to be, but usually his race pace is a lot better than his quality pace, so no need to worry. Nelson, he got his first ever pole position last week in, last week in the Division 1 race. See if he can get his first dry pole today. He's just got 3.5 minutes to hold on. Having crossed the line, he does not improve. Oh, excuse me. He comes back on an improved lap time. Max unable to improve. Minnie, I believe, is the next person along, or was it Josh? That's Minnie. Committee got to the front row. He's going to find 6 tenths and Nelson's had a crash. With that line, I can't imagine that's going to help him. Let's see. He crosses the line, does not improve, and Josh actually jumps him, probably due to that mistake. Howling. Now with the 3rd sector. I'm guessing he's going to improve yet into the 3rd sector, so 1 more sector to go. Into the final corner. Oh, who's that? Mohammed's gone down. And Ali jumps up to 5th. Mogsy remains in 9th by 1,000th of a second. And Jack Berman crosses the line. And he goes pole. Well done. Can you get a pole position? That would be very interesting. He comes back into the final corner. Running quite hot. There's also someone else in the background, and he remains 10th. Davis crossed the line, jumps into 7th. Finley, 2 red sectors. Oh, he's gone down. Oh, he's absolutely kicking himself after 2 red sectors. He could have taken pole position there. Howling now. No idea what tire he's put in, because simply can't see. I think the Dunlops don't have tyre markings on this game. If it was real life, he'd be on a hard front soft rear, since that's what everyone used as a Moto 2, it seems. And that's the top 3 sorted, so it's just Josh and Howling who are most likely to stop. Jack Berman's made in pole position. I think he might be maiden, I'm not too sure. Howling jumps up into 4th place. Could Josh take it away from him? For Josh running the 2016-17 Rossi helmet. Josh not improving. Mini crosses the line. Cannot improve. Well, Mohammed hits the curb and goes down. And that's session over. So Jack Burman wins, Nelson second, Finley third, Howling fourth, Josh fifth, Mini sixth, Davey seventh, Mohammed eighth, Mogsy ninth, and Max in 10th.
Hello everyone.
Just a tyre change, maybe a brake change. I don't know how the brakes are on Moto 2 compared to GP, but GP bikes overheat the brake, the default brakes quite easily. After about 2 laps, they're done for. Everybody's ready up, let's go. So Jack Burman on pole, Nelson in second, Finley in third. And they're off. Watch Mohammed off the start, he was really quick last time. See, he's gaining only about 3 positions. As it's going to be Nelson who leads the way into turn 1. Very reminiscent of the first season of Moto 2 with you have about 3 of them going completely off track. But Nelson's in the lead. He wants to do one thing and one thing only, and that's clear off. Just win and clear off and get as many points on Howling as possible. As Mohammed, told you to watch out for Mohammed, and he's in second. As there's a fight way back through the field. Here we go. Mini's got into third. Howling's dropped back to 6th. As now they all file into turn 4. This could go horribly wrong for some of these guys. Let's see, Mini. Who's that going? Oh my lord! It's 4 abreast. How's that not gone wrong? So many people going off track. Oh, someone's gone down. Who's that? Oh, that's Mini. Well, Howling a bit of curve there. That might have got him a warning. As now, so you got Davies. You got one of the Mark VDSs. That's Josh trying to pass him. Now Howling goes up the inside of one of the Mark VDSs. He isn't close enough to make the pass. Moggs has gone down on the grass. And now we go into the final corner. Oh my lord. Oh, Howling's been outbroken. That's very surprising. Howling doesn't usually someone who outbreaks people, who's been outbroken by people, but end of lap 1, we'll look at Finley and Jack Burman there just at the bottom of the screen. As they go into turn 1 for the second time of this race. Finley goes extremely wide. Max has gone down. Look at all these guys gaining from the slipstream. Here comes Howling up the inside. He's going to try and outbrake everyone. He's surely gonna run wide. Yep. So does Finley. Oh no! Who was that? Was that Josh? It wasn't Josh. It was Davies trying to go up the inside, and unfortunately he goes down. It's Howling now looking to make his move on Jack Berman. No, he breaks super early. Ooh, wait, that's a nice run. Oh my god, Howling's completely outbroke himself. Was it just the track where Howling got the first time Howling was off the podium in the Division 2 class? So this isn't a happy hunting ground, you could say, for him. I mean, the track limits here are quite questionable, I have to say, from some. Finley I've seen doing a couple of times at turn 1 and just there, so just try and get him to stop that. I mean, his brakes might be cooked, like he forgot to change his brakes in the Division 1 race, he might have forgot to change his brakes again. And that was Jack Berman as well, but he's lost time due to that line. As it's already lap 3, Nelson is out in front, and well, it looks like no one else is seeing him for the rest of this race unless there's a crash. Here comes Howling round the outside. He's got the moves done already. But will Jack fight back? Nope, because he can't. Howling now setting his sights for the podium. And Finley's just starting to creep up towards his teammate. And he's bringing Howley, Jack Berman and maybe Josh as well with him. Mohammed wide. That's definitely brought Finley right to him. You see Nelson there, off on his own. He knows what he's got to do, he's just got to keep doing what he's doing, and the win shall be his. It's all he can do at this point because he lost. He was at Jack Berman. He's lost. The brain's gone. 20 points. So he's about 28 points the gap between him and Howling. So he's gonna have to get a couple of wins under his belt. So around the final corner they go. Hammer going wide, he drops the position to his teammate Finley. Into turn 1 they go. Howling, is he I think he was a bit forced to sit up a bit there because he wasn't expecting how early Mohammed was to break. Can Howling make his move into the hairpin to get onto the podium? There he goes. Mohammed sits the back. I have no words. Well, some obvious lag has just gone down there, but that was crazy. Tammy's been screwed over by the game, and his chances of a podium after having such a great start is over. As Finley makes a mistake, Howling goes round the outside, is now into second place, and Nelson's worst nightmare has come true, so Howling is now in second. Through the long left, and now the right kink. Legacy Nelson all scot-free as Howling takes a very defensive line through the hairpin. I don't know where those two are going, to be honest. I think their brakes have to be cooked, surely. But now the question is, has Howling got enough of a gap to stay in front of these guys, because these guys are going to get a massive amount of slipstream. Looks like that gap's big enough, half a second. If he can lead out of this corner, he should have enough breathing room as Finley dives down the inside of Jack, but he runs wide. Oh, Howling went quite wide there, but he's going to get a nice exit. So I think that is Howling's second place secured should he not make any mistakes. Look at Josh looking to try and get a move done for 4th place. Into the final corner they go for the penultimate time. So he's Nelson out in front. He didn't win at Chang last time in Moto 2 due to battling with me, and unfortunately he made a mistake in battle with me. I don't know, I can't remember what happened in the first race. I think he had a bad qualifying or something in the first race. But it's looking like he'll be getting his win at Chang, as the fight continues on, as Jack Bowman gets past Finley as they go side by side down the straight. And Finley retakes the position. Is that right at the back of Finley? He sits him up. Finley's going to hold it round the outside, which is going to turn into the inside. Oh, yeah, he goes forced him wide. Can he hold it round the outside? Or is Jack going to force him wide? Finley... No, they're still side by side. Max has got a long lap penalty. And Jack's going to hold it. Josh is pretty much out the fight now unless these two come together. But it's going to be Nelson who enters the final corner and is going to win race 1 in absolute style. Howling finishes second, and it's going to be Jack Berman who finishes in 3rd in front of Finley. Josh in 5th, Minnie in 6th, Mohammed after that lag crash in 7th, and Mogsy will finish in 8th, Davies in 9th, and Max in 10th.
While we wait for the cameras to take us to Park Fermate, starting to fill up with the
So it's Nelson in
stars
1st,
of this race. So
Howling
let's take a
2nd,
look
Jack
at
Berman
the official
3rd,
results
Finley
from
4th,
this
Josh
Moto
5th, Minnie 6th,
showdown.
Mohammed 7th, Mogsy 8th, Davies 9th, and Max in 10th. Nelson getting a win again, so he's made that his 4 wins in a row for him now in terms of races. If not doing any races last week. Right, let's go for race 2. Oh, we need to change qualifying first.
Here we are back at the track waiting for the...
It's a bit sunny again. Howling straight out. So here we go, howling into turn 1, sliding, and he's completely missed the apex. It's a good start. Here's Finley, can he do it better? Yes. As he goes down the straight for the first time, obviously it's only 5 minutes, already a minute gone. Excuse me, so these guys will probably only have like 3 laps, 4 laps at max. Oh, so that was one of the Mark VDS's going to track Jack Berman. Finley was so close to pole position lap before crashing out at that corner just gone. So here we go through the left. Final left of the circuit as he goes on the curb. Very scary stuff. And into the final corner he approaches. Around the final corner. So Finley currently first, only person set lap time. Mohammed goes second, his teammate. Nelson crossed the line, will he go pole? He does. Howling, a bit left to go. Jack Berman is on his lap. Mogsy. So it's Davies first. Then Mogsy. And Howling. Davies crossed the line. He goes fourth. Mogsy goes fifth. Howling goes pole. So we go 2 minutes remaining. Into turn 4 for Josh as he goes into turn 5. I'm wondering if any of these guys would actually plan to try and give each other a tow. So that would be the ideal thing to do on this track, especially sector 1 and 2. Those massive straights. There's Josh now into the final corner. What's his opening lap time going to put him? He goes third onto the front row. Here comes his teammate. Was pole just a few moments ago. This lap currently doesn't seem to be good enough for pole, let's see. But it's good enough for the front row. Now we have Finley somewhere. And Mogsy as well. Where's Mogsy? Is that Mogsy in front? Oh, who's that? That was Howling who's gone down. Mogsy across the line and goes fifth. Finley now into the final corner. He's running Red Bull stuff despite the fact it's with a team that isn't sponsored by Red Bull. And he's betraying this isn't sponsored by Red Bull either. So very confusing stuff there. But anyway. To turn 5. Yeah. Oh, he's got a bit wide down, bouncing on the curb. But yeah, that's cost him time. And that's it for Josh. And now into the final corner. Cross line for Mohammed. Not enough to jump in many positions. Mini, where can he go? Well, he's going to be starting 9th at worst. And he goes 7th. He goes Davies, the last person on track. And don't tell me he just invalidated. I have no idea where that's put him. He did go off the track, but I can't figure out where that would put him. Then I'll fix things. Hopefully, that lap shouldn't have counted. So Howling goes first. Okay, I think I've done that right. I'll just check. Mohammed's just glitched out. But Nelson second, Finley third, Jack Berman fourth, Josh fifth, Mini sixth, Moxie seventh, Davies and Max should be 9th, 10th, and Mohammed should be 6th. Hopefully that glitch sorts itself out.
Hello, everyone.
This long loading screen doesn't give me hope. I sense something bad's about to happen. Yeah, there we go. Of course something has to go wrong. I'll wait for everyone to join first, before I do the grid sorting. Right, so who was third? It was Finley. Then it was Jack. Then it was Josh. Then it was, well, it said many, but it's Mohammed. Then it was Mogsy. Then Davies. Then Max. There we go. Oh, changed the weather, so good it was sunny.
Hello.
Right, let's go. Oh no, Davis and ready. Davis, why did you run ready up? Why? Why did you do such a thing? Well, I hope you are ready. Howling on pole, Nelson second, Finley third. I think we'll know what Nelson's plan is into turn one, but here we go. And they're off. And it's going to be Finley who takes the whole shot into turn one, or is it going to be look at Mohammed at the inside again as they'll file through turn one. If we have a look at Nelson's bottom there, as one of the Mark VDS is going backwards, that's Jack Berman, as now they head into the braking zone of the turn 3 hairpin. That is mini outbraking quite a few people very nicely there actually. Oh no, who's that? Max has gone down after hitting the back of one of the bikes. Howley now being caught by Josh. Josh gaining in the slipstream. I think he's got a long lap. No, he's jumped the start. That's why it's such a good start. Oh. Is he going to take it on that one? Yeah, there we go. Oh, so both Grassini bikes now lead the way. No, don't lead the way, but both Grassini bikes are in the podium positions. Finley doing the long lap penalty successfully as Howling now going up the inside of Nelson. Nelson running extremely wide. So this race ain't going to be easy for Nelson this time. It's going to work. Oh my lord. Something has just gone on in the background there. I don't even know what just happened. Is Nelson going to go round the outside of Howling? Davies and Josh collide together, but no incident is taking place. That's good. Here we go into turn 1. Nelson just setting up the exit. Down the slipstream, Josh runs wide. Nelson in the slipstream, gaining constantly. And is he going to try and outbrake his championship rivals? Finley crashes again. Howling getting the bike stopped, very nice. No, he hasn't actually, he's ran wide. But Nelson with a little bit of brake traction on the rear there. He's actually gone to the grass as well. As they go down the straight, heading in towards turn 4. Nelson just seems very on edge at the moment, the front sliding everywhere, but so is Howling as he's gone wide and Nelson takes the lead back. And you got Mini just right there, at the best seat of all the riders at the track. As Jack Bowman and Mogsy are also battling it out for 7th place. So can Howling fight back? Just, it seems like each of them having their own problems into different corners, but the front tyre is just sliding a lot. Howling's got a nice run out of there, got slipstream also. Nelson take a very defensive line into the final corner, making sure Howling cannot find a way through. So we start lap 3 of 6. Into turn 1 they go. Rolls reversed. Davies has gone a bit wide there. Yeah, he's lost time, so that's good. So here comes Howling. Now he's going to go on the outside. Nelson just blocks his path. Nelson keeping a nice, tight defensive line. Closing the door, making sure Howling cannot open it. And go through, but that doesn't matter because he's going to go in the slipstream, pull alongside, and try and make the move into turn 4. And Nelson, such a sweet undercut that was. As Mini now, I believe it was just attacked there by Davies also. But Mini holding off Davies for the podium. Davies, see, oh no, Max has gone down at turn 5. See, Davies, he hasn't scored a podium yet. Could this be his first one aboard the NTS? I believe this would be like the first non-Calyx podium since season 1. If Davies can get onto the podium here, as Howling still on the rear wheel of Nelson. Start lap 4, Nelson retains the fastest lap of this race. These two are so equally matched. Right on the limit, Nelson just getting on the curve there, that's going to cost him drive down the straight, plus Howling's aid of slipstream, which ways Howling as they brake hard. Howling, will he run wide? Yes, Nelson just undercuts, but now Howling's going to get the better exit in theory because he can set the bike up a lot earlier. Because here the slipstream, Nelson forces him onto the grass as they go side by side down the straight. Can Howling make the move into turn 4 like last time? No. Nelson just, he's got such a line through there as Davies and Mini are now fighting for 3rd place. It was right on Mini's reel quite literally. And this is just allowing Howling and Nelson to get away from these two. It's only going to go up the inside of Nelson into turn, I don't know what corner, which number that is, but he's ran wide and Nelson's gone straight back underneath. Oh, Jack Berman's gone down. Oh, what a shame for him. It's into the final corner we go. 2 more times they have to do this happen. Oh, Davies has gone down. And that's an end to his podium chances most likely. Now Mini's just got to worry about Josh for that final, to hold on to that final podium position. Howling's constantly gaining, but Nelson holds the defensive line and is quite strong on the brakes as well. Taking pretty much identical lines. Look at just how the gap shrinks in the slipstream, and Howland's going to take the outside line onto the curb. Very risky stuff. Yeah, there you go. That's cost him just so much entry speed because he couldn't lean in because of being on the curb, as well as Nelson just being right there next to him, and that's opened the gap up to half a second. Just 1.5 laps to go. Oh, Howling on the curb, but don't lose any time from it. It doesn't see him. So into the final corner for the full split time in this race, as we start the final lap. Into turn 1 they go. Firing it out. All this could be about for Howling is just to get close in the slipstream. Can he attack into the hairpin? He might be able to if he's strong enough on the brakes. Here he goes, he's going to send it up the inside. Is he going to outbrake himself? He actually manages to keep it on the track, but he has lost the position, but he's going to get a better exit than Nelson. This time he's going to choose the inside line. He's not going to choose the outside like he did last time. And Howling's actually got in front of Nelson as they go into turn 4. But Nelson's got the better line, the better run on the exit. It's now the end to turn 5. Up the inside Nelson goes onto the curb, and oh, that's cost that. Just small little stages turning a little bit too early has cost Nelson 0.4 of a second. That could be race deciding. As now they head into the sequences of rights. As now we enter into the final sector of the lap. Oh, Nelson's got a long lap. Absolute disaster. Nelson, that final lap, he has got a big enough gap though to maintain second place, but it's going to be Howling Siege, unless he crashes, is going to take the win in Chang. Left to the very last moment. Howling Siege wins. Nelson takes second. Mini third. Josh fourth. Davies fifth. Mogsy will finish 6th, but will actually finish 7th due to penalties. Mohammed finishes 7th but finishes 6th. Jack Bowman will finish 8th. Max will finish 9th, and Finley will finish in a disappointing 10th after leading at the start due to his jump start.
While we wait for the cameras to take us to Parc Fermé to meet the podium finishers, let's take a quick look at the Moto2 class final. While we wait for the cameras to take us to
Howling wins in front of Nelson. Mini very close to third place, over second, and maintains third place. Josh takes 4th, Davies 5th, Mohammed 6th, Mogsy 7th, Jack Berman 8th, Mad Max 9th, and Finley in 10th. Helmet cam, yeah, that could have been a good idea. Unfortunately, I didn't look at that at the time deck. Right, so we will speak to, who we speak to first will be Jack Berman. Right, so So Jack, you qualified in pole position. I think that's your first ever pole position you've ever had. Um, so congratulations on that. Nelson got off away quite quickly. You had Mohammed in second, and then you had as well. You had Finley, you had Josh, and Howling all fighting for second place until Mohammed had a really strange lag crash. It seemed, and then Howling was able to just escape, and then you and Finley battled it out onto the last lap with you just coming out on top. So how was that first race for you?
As far as I got pole, I was like, on my lap, I didn't even have red sectors, but I was really close to Nelson's time, and I managed to snatch pole by 60 thousandths. The start wasn't great. I didn't get a good start off the line, and I got completely battered up in the first couple of corners, and then I just couldn't do anything because I got people barging, trying to get through the pack. So I fell quite down, but I thought I had pace in that race to fight for like a better position, like maybe P2 or fight for the win, maybe. But it just didn't work that way, and I couldn't find the right. I just couldn't find the right tires to use, and yeah, I could have done better, so I ain't overly happy, but it's still good to get my first pole position and a podium again to continue what seems to be a good run of form.
Yeah, so congratulations on that podium, and lucky in the second race, but hopefully we'll see you back at the podium in the next round. So we will go to Howling. So in that first race, you didn't have the greatest of qualifying sessions, which then meant that Nelson was able to get off scot-free in the distance due to his pole position, and you had to fight with a load of guys who were just, well, they were all going everywhere, and then you managed to, I can't remember how it ended up, you ended up just getting a free space into second place, and you used that to your advantage and you cleared off and came home in second for the first race. So how was that?
Yeah, Jack, my boy. Well, it was very difficult because, yeah, no practice due to work. So I didn't know what I could expect, you know. And at the qualifying, everything went wrong. And, well, I followed a few guys, you know, for the Moto 2 braking points and acceleration points. And then I was alright, okay, I got the basics, and then hopefully in the race I will get better. And unfortunately, fortunately it did. Right tire choice, and I could follow the guys. Save some fuel so I can use that to my advantage. Then we had a good three-way battle with Finley, or four-way battle with Finley, Jack, and Mohammed. And yeah, they started to battle each other, and I could use advantage of that to gain second. So I'm very pleased with that result, yeah.
Yeah, so well done, and we will speak to you in a few moments. So Nelson, that first race is not really much to say. You got pole, you got the whole shot, and then you smoked them every single meter of the track. So how was that?
Well, I didn't get pole. I got second.
Oh, yeah, you got second. Sorry. Free on the front row.
I didn't mind to start second, and that's why I'm fairly happy with that. I both qualified race 1 and race 2 second, as you gain instantly the inside line, so you won't lose too much positions, and you won't have to leave enough room at the inside because you're already in the inside. So yeah, I mean, yeah, not much to say about race 1. I just did my thing and smoked the field today.
Yeah, so well done, and we'll speak to you in a few moments too. So Minnie, after an okay qualifying, you were in about 7th, I think, but then one thing I did notice is on the start you got an okay start, but into turn 3 you went quite aggressive and just tried to outbrake as many people as possible, which actually got you into about 4th place, which then turned into 3rd place after Finley had to take his first of 2 long laps due to a jump start. And then you sort of found yourself in a really good position after Howling and Nelson were starting to dice, and you just had to sit there and you could stay there right behind them and just let them fight. And I'm pretty sure your plan was just to pick up anything, but unfortunately you also had Davies behind you, who didn't quite catch it at first, but I believe he started to battle with you, so that's made you lose touch with Nelson and Howling. But then Davies crashed, I think on the end of lap 5 or end of lap 4, so then you just had to manage to get to Josh, and you were able to bring home 3rd place and another podium for yourself. So how was that?
I mean, it's unfortunate, but those things happen. But race 2, I thought, get my head down, try and get a podium, and luckily I did. It's unfortunate that Jensen dropped it on the last corner, I think lap 4, I think. But we were having a good battle at going towards turn 2 and 3, down that really long straight. Managed to just outbrake him. Then he was able to get the tight line because he broke a lot earlier than me, and my front brake was starting to get hot, so I had to just let off a little and then reapply it, just so I didn't go all the way off track, and then was able to get the pass on him. And then managing the gap to Josh, I was making a few mistakes, so he was gaining time, but it wasn't dramatic time. It was only a few minutes, a few tenths every lap. But well done to Nelson, well done to Howling, and these few extra points for Grassini is what Grassini needs.
Yeah, so good job, 3rd place, another podium, good points for Grassini as well for the team standings, and hopefully we'll see you back on the box soon. I think it's nice,
yes,
the fact
definitely.
that you might this time after your win last time you're with your teammate this time.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, so Nelson, from lap 1 it was pretty obvious that it was going to be a battle between you and Howling, and you made a mistake on lap 1 or the end on lap 2, then he made a mistake, and then at turn 4, and then it sort of just came a battle of who could make the least amount of mistakes, and then it would be a slipstream battle as well into turns 2 and 3 and 4, where you constantly be different, Howling would outbrake you, but then he'd outbrake himself, so you'd get him back, and then you'd actually stay in front of him and take defensive line, but then he'd attack in turn 4 and run wide, or he'd choose the outside line and go wide. But then, unfortunately, on the last lap of the race, he just got in front of you into turn 4, and it seemed like you were lining up a pass into turn 5, but I think you made just a slight error of judgment and turned a bit too early, cost you about 4 attempts, and then you got the long lap as well, which just was a bit of a kick in the teeth for you. But it's still 2nd place, so well done. But how was it after that long battle?
Yeah, I mean, like it was a completely different race from race 1. Still at good pace in the race, but Howling stepped it up this race as well. Was quite fun to finally have a good battle with Howling without having someone crashing out and that being done, said, and the race winner is announced. But this time we really fought hard for the win. We fought hard for the top 2 positions here. But yeah, I mean, I was not working hard. I was just working smart this time. I knew where he was gonna attack. I knew where he was gonna run wide anyway. But he kept trying at the same spot. So for me, it became lap by lap. It became easier to judge where to make a slight adjustment to get the cutback on him. And that's what really kept me in front the whole time, because he was just pushing the brakes and going wide, and I was just braking early, keep the momentum in the corners to overtake. And yeah, I mean, on the last lap, I did the same thing I did a few laps before. I downshifted earlier to keep the momentum going into turn 4. And yeah, for the turn 5, I tried to do a block pass, but judging his lines, he was exactly on the line for getting right to the curb. So if I would have done that, we both or I would have crashed. So I just had to turn in earlier to avoid that. Lost bunch of time. But I must say I had fun battling with Howling. Just so congrats to Howling for both race 1 and race 2 for ending up on the podium. Now a race win. But I'm just a bit bummed because it's not gonna help my championship whatsoever. But yeah, let's see what we can do next week.
Yeah, so well done. Second place, and obviously the points gap has not changed. I could have wanted to, but there's still a few rounds, and you did win in style, so you know what you can do it. Just need a bit of luck on your side, and have Howling not cause you absolute nightmares battles. Right, so on to the winner, Howling. To a lot better qualifying, this allowed you to stay with Nelson. And just as I was saying before, just constant battling into turn 2, 3 and 4. And then I think it was lap 5 where you chose the outside. And you went on the curb and it really cost you off a second. So I think from that point you knew onto the last lap you had to take the inside, otherwise the race would be done. Which you did do, and it luckily paid off for you with Nelson's mistake. But how was just that whole race?
Yeah, it was a good race. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like from the start of the qualifying, like I said before, I didn't practice, and then because of the race 1 that I had more experience to use. Timed it correctly, right tires again. The race was starting, and Nelson was in front, so I was a bit worried that he was gonna pull away because maybe he had something in the bag that I didn't know yet, you know. And I saw basically we had the same pace. There was even a moment that we did at the exact same lap time at the thousandths of a second. But other than that, the battle was good, and like you said, I went from the outside at one of those laps. Which nearly costed me my position because I nearly fell on the curb, and I tried to hold on, and I knew since then, go on the inside and try to break Nelson's rhythm as much as I can. So some moves were ridiculous and like unnecessary, if you would say so, but to make myself go behind Nelson and keep up with him, I had to do that. And then, I made a mistake with Nelson that I turned in too quickly into a turn, or like my line was not entirely correct, which nearly caused Nelson to crash. And I want to apologize for that. Like, I don't know how it looked on his screen. On mine, it didn't look that way, but still I want to apologize because we had a really great battle. And also congrats to Mini. And let's get the next battle even bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, so well done. You've let the championship gap at the top stay level. So I think that's 20. I don't know if Jack Berman's second. I don't know I can't remember if Nelson's second or Jack Berman's second, but if Jack Berman's was second, then I'm pretty sure the gap has extended to the gap of Nelson of 28 points. So, I don't know how many races are left, but I think 10 races are left with 28 point gap, so it's not too bad.
No, the championship ain't over just yet, you know, it's a long season. And I believe that Deck and Nelson and some other guys that have improving their pace will giving me a very hard time and a run for my money. So I will be looking forward to approaching these guys in the next few rounds.
Yeah, so that is it for round 5. So 5 rounds remaining, I think. There's 5 rounds remaining. And we will see you next week, hopefully, for the next round. Goodbye.